Culver City, California. From being a place founded on racism to having the most diverse school district in Los Angeles, Culver City is a beautiful example of progress. I mean, it's no wonder all the big kids are moving here. Amazon Studios, Apple, HBO, I mean, pretty much everyone that's into videos. So let's get to know this beautiful progressive city in Los Angeles that's located about 3 miles from Venice Beach and Santa Monica. Let's talk real estate, prices, who lives here, why the heck are people moving here, the different neighborhoods, and much more coming up. And let's start with a little bit of history. Culver City was founded around the 1920s by real estate developer Harry Culver, who chose this area because of its central location between the beaches and downtown Los Angeles. He advertised the city with the slogan, "All roads lead to Culver City," and he also advertised it as a city for white people. But interesting fact, today the Culver City School District is recognized by niche.com as the most diverse school district in Los Angeles and the third in the state of California. In your face, racism. But anyway, Culver City was also famously built on the film industry, with big studios like MGM being headquartered here. It's also the place where classic movies like The Wizard of Oz and Gone with the Wind were filmed. Then around the 1980s, 1990s, Culver City kind of hit a rough patch, with some of the most dangerous gangs in Los Angeles claiming territory in the city. Fast forward to today, and this once struggling middle-class neighborhood is fast becoming ultra-luxury. Its glory days of the film industry are really back and bigger than ever, with giants like Amazon Studios, HBO, and Apple moving into the neighborhood. Culver City is pretty much becoming the Silicon Valley of the video streaming industry. So why the heck are people moving to Culver City? Well, lots of reasons. One, you got all these companies moving here, which is attracting new people, or there is another theory. One CEO says that they're moving to Culver City to be where the talent is. So the question is, are companies bringing people to Culver City, or are the people of Culver City bringing the companies? Number 2, great schools. Not only does Culver City have the most diverse school district in Los Angeles, it also has some of the best schools. Number 3, new developments. The Culver City that we see today is kind of a new thing. A couple years ago, no one was really talking about Culver City. No one was like, let's go to downtown Culver City. No. Why? For what? Then plot twist, now there's multiple hotels to welcome tourists, a bunch of restaurants, shopping, and new luxury apartments are pretty much going up on every block. So who lives in Culver City? About 40,000 people. But if we have fun with it, let's just say the people of Culver City are yuppies, but like cool ones. They're creative, artistic, passionate. Many of them even have kids. Like, they're open-minded. They know how to have a good time. But if you're making noise past 10 p.m., they'll definitely call the cops on you. I mean, despite all the nice restaurants and bars, there's really not much of a nightlife in Culver City, which is great for the people of Culver City because they like their job and don't really mind waking up early, which is weird. Who doesn't like sleep? And now for the fun stuff, let's talk real estate. The median price for a single family home in Culver City is about $1.6 million, which is much higher than the Los Angeles County median price, which is around $820,000, but still more affordable than its neighbors like Venice Beach and Santa Monica. In the past 10 years, the median price in Culver City has gone up by about 146%, or about 15% per year. In the past 20 years, it's gone up by about 268%, which is higher than most neighborhoods in Los Angeles County. So yes, Culver City is definitely growing above the general market rate. The median price for a condo is about $650,000, with a low of about $400,000 and a high of about $1.8 million. Now, most condos in Culver City were built around the 1970s, so you really don't have many new condos. Most of the newer buildings that you see around are apartment rental buildings. And now for the really fun stuff, the different neighborhoods within Culver City. But first, trendy hangout spots. One, downtown Culver City. This is really like the heart and the life of Culver City. It was recently renovated, so it has this new clean feel to it. Also, homelessness is not really that big of an issue here like some parts of Venice and Santa Monica. There's a bunch of coffee shops, restaurants, bars. I mean, downtown Culver City is pretty cool. Then you got the Arts District. This is a growing trendy area that houses restaurants, cool hip little shops, and the workspace of creative people like architects and painters. Then there's Culver City Westfield Mall, which, well, just has a bunch of stuff. Actually, now that I think about it, Culver City has a lot of commercial districts. Like, pretty much no matter where you live in Culver City, you're gonna be convenient to something. But now let's talk residential neighborhoods. Now there's a bunch of different pockets in Culver City, but for this video, I'm gonna cover 3. 1, the most expensive, 2, my favorite, and 3, the best bang for your buck. Number 1, the most expensive neighborhood in Culver City by median price, Carlson Park, specifically the horseshoe section between Overland Avenue and Jasmine Street. The median price here is around $2 million with a low of about 1.3 and a high of about $4.2 million. Some of the things making this neighborhood desirable: 1, you typically have less congested and wider streets. The lots are bigger, with the average lot size being around 6,200 square feet, which makes sense as to why you also have some of the biggest houses in Culver City here. Another big attraction here is, well, Carlson Park, a 3-acre park in the center of the neighborhood. And because this park is kind of tucked away from like the rest of civilization, it feels like a private park for the neighborhood. You're also close enough to downtown Culver City for it to be convenient, but also not so close to the point where it can get a little noisy. Overall, Carlson Park is a great neighborhood, but kind of good luck finding a house here. Inventory is really tight, demand is very strong, so if you do find something, jump on it. Neighborhood number 2, my favorite, Culver Crest. I just think this area is extremely underrated. It's located on the south side of Culver City, north of Slauson Avenue and east of Jefferson Boulevard. The median price here is about $1.6 million with a low of about 1.2 and a high of about $3 million. Now, my favorite part is up on the hills east of Overland Avenue, and again, underrated. The thing is, like, no one even knows this place exists. There's no through street, so if you don't know it's there, you're not going there. But once you're in, it feels like you're not even in Los Angeles anymore. It's secluded, up on a hill with foresty vibes, and some of the best views in Los Angeles. The community was built around the 1950s and meant for wealthier residents, with houses being between 2,000 and 5,000 square feet, which was way above average in the 1950s. Many of the houses here are still in their original state, but you're starting to see more and more major renovations as people are starting to catch on to, well, the awesomeness of this location. And while it feels secluded, you're actually just minutes away from major shopping centers like Westfield Mall and the Studio Village Plaza, with stores like Target and a bunch more. But finding a property here can also be pretty difficult. They rarely go on the market, and when they do, they sell fast and above asking price. Neighborhood number 3, the best bang for your buck, Sunkist Park. If you're looking for a safe, quiet, and affordable neighborhood in Culver City, Sunkist Park could be the place for you. The median price here is among the lowest in Culver City at about $1.4 million, with a low of about $1 million and a high of about $2.5 million. But these prices are constantly going up. The thing is, historically, the area surrounding this neighborhood wasn't always, well, the best. Westfield Mall is practically down the street, and back in the day it used to be called Fox Hills Mall, and that mall, well, let's just say that mall wasn't the safest mall. But the surrounding area has since dramatically changed. The mall was renovated, the name was changed, and now this neighborhood is really no longer the same. Long term or short term, I think this area is a great investment with lots of upside. You're minutes from the beach, the airport, and a bunch of other fun stuff. And again, here you're going to find many homes still in their original 1950s style, with about 1,400 square feet, but you're also starting to see more and more new construction or major renovations, which are pushing property sizes and values up. And finally, I can't end this video without mentioning the outdoor conveniences that surround Culver City. One, the Baldwin Hills Scenic Overlook, which is famous for having a bunch of stairs that people for some reason like to climb, awesome views, and hiking trails. Then there's Carlson Park, another underrated place with ponds, hiking trails, awesome views of Los Angeles, and just a bunch of open land to run around in. So yeah, in summary, Culver City, an awesome up-and-coming city that's already up, but up-and-coming in the luxury market. Its central location makes it convenient to the rest of Los Angeles, near the airport, beaches, and the outdoors. It's a nice middle point between downtown Los Angeles and the beaches. So if you're looking for a quiet, safe, fun, and convenient neighborhood in the heart of Los Angeles with good schools, and without the ridiculous prices of the high-end luxury market, but will be there in the next couple of years, Culver City could be the place for you. And by the way, my name is Daniel Rangel. I'm a real estate agent in Los Angeles, servicing the Culver City area. If I can be of any help, it would be an honor. And if you like this video, make sure to hit like or subscribe to get more Los Angeles real estate related videos. But either way, thanks a bunch for watching and have an awesome day.